Morning, morning. What is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here. Last night, made a video. I was watching SmackDown. I actually found out that I can watch SmackDown live on the Fox Sports app on YouTube TV. I logged in and knew that I had YouTube TV because I had it connected, and I went right to it. Like I said, basically I was coming home. The picture came out of The Rock working out in the Birmingham gym, and I believed it, and it was kind of thought that it was crazy that The Rock would show up in Birmingham when he wouldn't show up at the Royal Rumble. So I tuned in to see what was going on. I knew that more than likely there would be some sort of an interaction between Cody, The Rock, and Roman, and I went crazy. I thought that it was a good segment. I thought that honestly it added like some thought to like what was going on in the world of wrestling right now, and I thought it was cool. My initial idea was it would be like when John Cena won the Royal Rumble. I believe it was in 2008. He decided, I even texted my buddy Yaya about this and didn't remember why. When Cena won the Rumble, Cena decided he didn't want to wait till WrestleMania. And honestly, on the February pay-per-view, they just did the Cena championship match right away. Didn't really make sense, but that means that Cena was the champion at WrestleMania, and I guess the idea was that Cena being the champion was better for WWE and better for WrestleMania at that time. So that's the reason why they did it. It's probably, well, I don't think they ever had Cena versus Edge. Well, they had Cena versus Edge versus Big Show at 25. I don't really remember why they did it that way, but it made sense. I thought that Cody's last words were basically that he was gonna, beat Roman, but he wasn't going to do it at WrestleMania. That made my initial thoughts that they would do the match at Perth, and that would sort of set up Roman not being the champion, so they could do Roman versus Rock at 40 right away. I do like the idea of Roman versus Rock at 41, but man, people went crazy. People are making Rock out to be like the new Hulk Hogan, doesn't work for me, brother, kind of guy, or maybe even trying to portray him like the way Triple H looked early in his run as being like an office guy, but still wrestling and trying to make sure he was always in the middle of things, like when he moved Kevin Nash out of the Night of Champions match and put himself in there against CM Punk because he wanted to be the guy to squash him. You go back and watch that 2011 run of CM Punk, that whole thing with Triple H beating CM Punk at Night of Champions makes no sense at all. None. And why it didn't completely derail Punk shows you how big the appeal was for CM Punk at that time, that people wanted him to be that guy. And, they believed in him. And even a loss to Triple H didn't really mean anything to them. And he kept going. He got the championship at Survivor Series. And then, of course, he held it for the year until he dropped it to The Rock on the road to WrestleMania 29. He was the people's champ, but he wasn't like WWE's main guy. They still were focusing on Cena and everybody else more, but I don't know. It is what it is. So, as of right now, The Rock versus Roman is the most thumbs down item that WWE has ever put on YouTube. That is crazy. That people don't want this match. Maybe they want this match, but they don't want it in the order that they're getting. It just kind of shows you that, like, how am I trying to say this? Like, you want something until you get it, and then you're like, well, that's not how I wanted it. I don't know. WWE is a weird thing, man. I mean, we've been wanting Rock versus Roman for, probably 9 years, 8 years at least. I think it probably started getting talked about when Roman became the main event guy around WrestleMania 31. That might be the match for WrestleMania 32 or something like that. The one thing I know is that even if they do it my way, and that I'm thinking of, Roman wrestling in Perth against Cody and then against Rock at 40, Roman's losing both of those matches. There's no way in the world that The Rock isn't going over. I just could tell by the way he came out, the way he looked at him, the way everything was portrayed last night. Roman's a dude, man. I'm a fan of Roman. I like Roman. I know we're supposed to hate him, but I respect the hell out of him, I guess is the best way to put it. When he comes out there and he says, Birmingham, acknowledge me, you can tell that the people out there, they love it. It is what it is. I've always thought that he was kind of a babyface heel. The people love him. It's crazy. All those years of hating him, not wanting him to be around, and now he's like the biggest thing in the business. But Big Dave, he basically says that what they're going to do is a WrestleMania 40. It's going to be Cody and Seth. They're going to go with the whole thing of like that was the championship of WCW's lineage. So that was the belt that Dusty had at Starrcade, and that's a belt that Cody should have. No doubt in my mind, in my eyes, Cody's a long-term WWE guy from here on out. I think that they're going to portray him in that top, let's say top 3, unless somebody else comes along to derail him from being there. So I don't really see him going back to AEW or starting his own company or anything else, but anything could ever come along the way. There's going to come a time, there's going to come a date when he is going to be able to win the Universal Championship. But now it probably looks like he's going to go 4-0 against Seth, unless they change that story. Cody's beat him 3 times in a row. Beat him at WrestleMania, beat him at probably Backlash, I guess, and beat him at Hell in a Cell. That's when he had the injury. Won all 3 of those matches. So, maybe, The Rock got to beat Stone Cold at least once, during their times of matches at WrestleMania. Maybe they change that, and maybe Cody has to go on a quest to win that belt again. I hope not, but he could. And then Rock versus Roman would be your second night main event, your big exclamation point on WrestleMania. And in WWE fashion, as of right now, maybe the people hate it. Maybe the people of Philadelphia boo him out of the building. But my guess, Rock wins that match. This is the only way I see it happening. So we'll see. With the money they got, with TKO as their backer, and, The Rock is a guy on the board, and Triple H's persuasiveness, I don't think anything's going to change. People who say, like, the Bucks and Omega will never come now because they see the way they're treated as AEW guys. I don't believe in that. I think if Triple H promises you a spot and you believe in it, you're going to sign for the money and you're going to come. So it is what it is. WWE is the giant that'll probably never go away from here on out. They got too much behind them, too much as it is. So it is what it is. They changed plans. They went in a different direction. If you were on the board and The Rock said he wanted to fight Roman at 40, you'd probably make this change as well. As a fan, yes, we've been rooting for Cody for 3 years now. We've been on this ride for 2. He should have won last year, but sometimes that's the way they write the story. I'm trying to think of anybody else who, had to go to WrestleMania lost. The heel doesn't walk away at WrestleMania all that much until like 16. WrestleMania 2000 was the first one when Triple H won. And then I guess Austin, when he turned heel at 17, 18, yeah, it's somewhere in there, when they changed the let's go home happy kind of thing. But it is what it is. If you're gonna watch Mania, you're gonna watch Mania. I was about to say we all watch WrestleMania no matter what, but I didn't last year. So we'll see what's going down. Peace out, everybody.